Welcome back to Let's Go Minecraft. We're on episode 4, and today I got some really cool stuff planned. Those of you that have been watching know that I haven't even built my starter base yet. I want to use mushroom stems, and I don't have silk touch. So that's going to be the goal today. We're going to end today getting silk touch. In order to do that, I need some type of mob farm, some kind of XP farm. My levels are dwindling because I die way too often. What I did in between episodes is I went caving specifically to look for a spawner, and I found one. Not only did I find one, I found a few of them. The one we're going to use today though is the skeleton spawner. Yeah, that's right, I found a skeleton spawner, and it's right inside the mountain behind us. So excited to find one of these. I wanted one for the XP, plus we get bows, we get arrows, and since we're on hard mode, we get armor, and best of all, we get bones. Bones are going to be great for bone meal. You know I like to use bone meal, and also another white block to use for the starter base. Before we get into making that farm though, there was one other thing that I got done, and that was the wheat field. Time for a time lapse. Once the wheat's all planted, it needs a little bit of color, a little bit of movement. So I added this wagon with a donkey pulling it. Give it some movement, give it some color, a little bit of activity going on in the field. Along with some rock features that kind of cover up all the water sources here and there that needed to be placed to make this entire thing a field. The rock sources gave me a place to put a few lanterns, light it up a little bit at night. And I went ahead and added some scarecrows, which are basically just fence posts with a jack-o'-lantern on top. Using a little deep slate, I'm going to make this path kind of connect through this rock. It's temporary until we can find something better. Eventually, we'll have a little bridge connecting to the other side of the river. But with that all being done, you know what time it is now? It's Skelly Farm time. At the beginning of the series, we found this spot at the mountain that looked like it would be the perfect spot for the town's mining operations. Well, just so happens, whenever I made a stairway leading up from the skeleton farm, it intersected perfectly with one of the caves inside of this mountaintop feature. So it's time to get to work and turn this into the mining facility it was meant to be. Of course, not planning on spending the whole episode here. Just gonna add a few features here and there, maybe a few mine carts, of course the entryway. You know, not a whole bunch. We're gonna come back and do some tweaks to this here and there. Mainly, I just want to add supports to make it look like this should be here. And of course, we can't forget the lighting. So it looks like I made an unintentional zombie farm. I don't know why, but for some reason they just keep coming. And only zombies. What the heck? Skipping ahead a little bit, after a few tweaks throughout the episode, we end up with this as our little entrance. I think it came out pretty good. Bonus points if you just saw that minecart moving on the rail in the corner. Yeah, it's not much. Nice and simple. I like it. We have a little pathway that's going to be leading up to here. We'll be working on this here and there. Then we got a little barrel and stuff right into the entrance. Some caves. Of course, had to go with the strip logs. Just looks so much better. And down this way is the zombie farm. Oh, you see, the zombies got me thinking in the wrong way. The skeleton farm. It's right down this way. Alright, so we got a lot of work to do here. So first off, we got to clear out a 4-block radius from the spawner all the way around this thing to get the spawner all nice and set up for the farm. Wait a second. I completely forgot to open this chest. I wanted to open it with you guys. Let's see what's in it. We got 2 name tags. That's awesome. We're definitely going to want those later. Some string. The rest of it's okay. But the name tags. 2 name tags. That's awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and clear out this stuff. Alright, so I normally put a slab on top of the spawners to stop spawns from getting stuck on top of it, but I really think the chain looks so much better. It just looks like the spawner is hanging there at this point, so it's really cool. I like the way this looks. The problem with it is that every now and then a mob will get stuck on top of the spawner, and it'll reduce your spawn rates a little bit. I'm okay with that. I'm in it for the looks. Speaking about looks, let's jump ahead again and I'll show you what this thing looks like after I'm done putting little touches on it. There we go. Alright, so I add a little pop of color with the amethyst, and of course we got the calcite walls, makes it look nice and marbly. Decided to add a copper trim. It looks really cool in here. It screams 1.19, right? But I think it looks cool. We're going to go ahead and have the skeletons drop right here. So let's fix this up a little bit. There we go. Alright, now we have our place where we're going to be farming all these skeletons. And we can remove these torches. The lighting here should be just right. Adding a little bit of storage right here. We got the storage room over there. That's what that other entryway is for. I'm going to get more storage back there, but for now, let's get the roof on this thing. Interesting thing with this, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Because you're not going to see on top of it. So I'm going to use slabs here to kind of make the wood last a little bit longer. And now let's get in here and start our storage. What the heck is that? Have you guys ever seen anything like this? Is this a 1.20 thing? Well, it just so happens we need soul sand for the skeleton farm, so I guess we'll just slide right on back here and hop over to the nether. Between you and me, I don't like this place. Let's get what we came here for and get out. All we need is some soul sand, and it looks like there might be some really close by. We're right next to a basalt delta, so that's kind of neat. And a Soul Sand Valley. Alright. Well, we're definitely going to go check that out to grab what we need, but they can be dangerous with all the skeleton spawns. Of course, as soon as I turn my back, the gas are going to start spawning next to the portal. We're going to have to be extra careful because I have no way to relight it. Oh, that was way too close. Alright, that's enough fun for one day. But seriously, let's go ahead and tie this portal room in a little bit better with a little bit of copper and some soul flames. I think it's very fitting for this area. The only other thing I want to do with this room is I want to finish the ceiling off with crying obsidian. That's going to take a while to collect though. In the meantime, let's finish up the skelly farm. There's really not much left here to do. All we have to do is add our water to where they flow into the little stream. Pushes them all this way, and we carve out a little ditch to where we can form a single stream for the skeletons to be pushed down into the bubble column. We're going to need some signs here to where the water doesn't flow into each other. Then we place our soul sand and we generate our bubble column. Let's go ahead and make the tunnel that they're going to be traveling through now. The skeletons need to fall 22 blocks in order to be down to one hit. So what we do is we go ahead and we mine up 22 blocks. Then we mine over to where the bubble column is going to be and add the water. Did end up with a happy little accident here. Whenever I was mining over, I ended up clipping into the side of the mountain. No biggie though, I kind of like it. I'm going to go ahead and add a little window so that the skeletons can have a really cool view on their way down. Now we just bone mill the seaweed to where we have nothing but sources of water above the soul sand, and chop it down, and now we have our bubble column. And the skeleton farm is done. I did miscalculate. I think I counted too many blocks on the way up. So they're not coming down to one hit. They're actually just straight up dying. So I need some recalibration to happen. And while I was doing that, I had a bit of a breakout. But now it's all fixed and providing tons of bones and arrows and most importantly XP. Got a chance to come up here and see it in operation, and I think this mountainside window really turned out great. And there we have it. I just finished using the skeleton farm. I got my 30 levels. It's time to go to the enchantment table. Alright. I believe the next enchantment for the axe was exactly what we were looking for. And there it is, Silk Touch. We got it. 4 episodes in and we finally got our Silk Touch axe. And we're ready to go get some mushrooms. But before we do that, I think it's time for a comment of the day. For those of you that don't know, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section of this video, and I will choose one to be the comment of the day in the next video. That's pretty much what the comment of the day is. Now today, we have the same commenter from the episode before. Only one comment, so she won by default. let's go ahead and check out that comment of the day. Remember, leave one in the comment section. Alright. Comment of the day on episode 3. Oh no, Bessie. Yep. Bessie, she died. And I promised that we were going to make this area nice and pretty for this episode, but we didn't get to it. So, what I'm going to do is in between episodes, I'm going to work on this area. We're going to make it a nice, pretty garden, and we're going to get it all fixed up. But next episode, I'm not really sure what we're going to do yet. We might go exploring, we might build a sheep farm, we might build an iron farm. I'm not really positive. We're going to just kind of let it happen. Actually, you know what's a good idea? We could actually build the starter base. That might be a good thing to do. In between episodes, I'm going to work on Bessie's area, and I'm going to work on a few of the paths around here, making them a little nicer, cleaning them up a bit. Also, we really need some iron, so I'll probably go looking around for some iron. And farming some more skeletons. Let's get the levels up, enchant some more items. But, until next time, it was good seeing you. Later. Oh, you know I was grabbing some mushrooms after this. Worked really hard for that silk touch pickaxe. We got some mushrooms, we got a mushroom cow, and we're going home. Later.